What is happening, everybody? Thanks for checking out today's video. Today we're out here actually doing a longer ride on the Poseidon X, really trying to get this thing broke in and see how I like these new upgrades that we did. So definitely checking out the crankset, seeing how that thing is actually performing. And up to this point, guys, we're probably about 5 miles in. I'm loving this thing so far. Tons of stability, tons of smoothness. This thing is just butter as you're cranking down on those cranks. And I could not be happier. The pedals are working out really good. And I'm telling you, this chain ring that we have up front is just working out amazing. And we're gonna be hitting some gravel sections on the way back. And we're really gonna put that to the test. I think we'll have a lot of washboards and stuff we have to go over. So definitely putting that to the test, seeing how it actually retains that chain from slapping and possibly coming off. I think the drop B design that this thing has with that narrow, wide tooth chain design is gonna be really, really key to keeping this chain on. And I am getting eat up with bugs right now. So that means we're gonna have to get moving again. All right, guys, check this thing out. Let's see how this thing performs. And overall, been super happy with the upgrades. And I think if you were to go out and do these upgrades too, it will definitely change your mind about the Poseidon X and it just being an entry-level bike. Because even with these upgrades, you're looking at right around $1,000 for all the upgrades I've done. And you wouldn't even have to go as expensive on some of these items as I did. Or you could go well above and definitely make this bike a way better bike than it comes from the factory. All right, guys, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and let's get going right now. Super steep incline. So guys, this thing has been super smooth so far. Very impressed with this new crankset. There's none of that creaking, popping, worry that the crank arms are gonna fall off because of that square taper. None of that. Just nothing but good riding. Nothing but big rolling hills. If you're looking to get a good workout, I'm telling you, these hills is where it's at. I haven't got up and done any sprints yet, but they're right there. Will definitely get you in shape. And we might see how this crankset does, because before with that really skinny bottom bracket with the square taper, put so much stress on it when you got up and actually did some sprints that's when it really started popping and cracking. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, nice and stable. I'm not feeling flex anywhere. It was really good, solid feel, zero flex, guys. With that bottom bracket having the bearings spaced out a lot further, the stability is on another level. So I know one of the big questions that I had before I purchased this bike, being that it has a 38 tooth chain ring up front, and that's the only one, was, you know, am I gonna run out of gears? You know, meaning, am I gonna be full speed, run out of pedaling speed because I can't go up any higher in the gears? Well, I found up at about 20 miles an hour, you do kind of lose your pedaling speed. So there's no more after that. And I know I replaced this chain ring, but it's still a 38 tooth. I sized it up with the other one, same diameter and everything. But I think it does have a big role, obviously, in how many gears you have. So I would say, if you wanted to get more out of it, definitely go to a bigger chain ring, and you're gonna be able to get more gearing out of it. You know, I'd say go up to, you know, maybe a 40, 41 tooth, maybe even higher than that. And you're really gonna maximize this speed a little bit more than what it's currently at. But I found if you're doing a lot of this up and down hill stuff, doing gravel stuff only, a 38 tooth up front is gonna be plenty. When I'm on that type of stuff, I haven't really found that I run out of gears. But on this long straight, like if I were coming back, because I'm kind of up on an uphill grade right now, so I don't even think I'm in the highest gear yet, and I'm still pedaling. But if I was coming back with that slight downgrade, I would definitely probably run out of gearing. This is just long and straight. It's actually pretty boring. Not much scenery to it. I do like this app that I'm using. I think you guys can see it, but it's an Under Armour Map My Ride app. So it tells you a lot of good stuff, like your speed, your duration, distance, calories burned. Obviously, I'm not wearing a smartwatch or anything. It doesn't know exactly, but it's just a good estimate. And the function I like the best is it has a map. So the map's gonna show you where you've been essentially, and you can track your distance and your different times based on where you're at along that route. So it's a really nice little app to have. I'll tell you, with this new saddle upgrade, this thing is really nice as well. Very pleased with it. I really like how it has that little valley cut out in it. Makes for these longer rides just a breeze. Makes it a lot more comfortable to sit here. Hitting up some of my mountain bike trails. And we'll try not to break this thing, but I think we can hit some of the open stuff and it'll do just fine. I'm just gonna have to watch out for those rocks, because the trails that I have right now have a ton of rocks, and you really have to watch your pedals and your crank arms, because you will just beat them all to crap. All right, we are going to turn, head back. Down in these drops, get a little bit more aerodynamic. I can tell a big difference in just the drag created by the wind. Big difference. We still can't break the speed limit. We're only going 21 downhill. So this thing ain't a speed demon, but it works. Oh snap. This might be muddier than I thought. Hopefully not. It ain't looking good. Oh my God. Pretty rough. Well, it's pretty smooth right here. All right. If we can have it this smooth the whole way, we'll be good. This is just really hard packed. I don't know if this is like red clay sand. I couldn't even hear the car. Just came up out of nowhere. I've said it from the beginning, one of my favorite parts of this bike is still that Poseidon X group set. Really works out good. You know, it shifts flawlessly. And I can't speak for everybody's set, but this thing just shifts up like no other. I'm talking, I don't know if I've ever had a bike that shifts this smoothly up through the gears and down. It's just so easy. And honestly, with the new chain ring, I haven't noticed a difference in the smoothness or anything, because it's still a narrow, wide chain ring, just like the one that came on it. But still, the quality is just unparalleled. And it's CNC machined. It's just really, really nice, and it weighs a lot less. I mean, you're probably shaving a few ounces, which I know in the scheme of things probably isn't that much. It's not a big deal to me either. But if you were just wondering, it does shave some pounds, or it does shave some ounces. Oh no, hope this don't get muddy, but it doesn't look good. Got some washboards. Let's test it out. No chain slap there. Oh God, that's rough. But still, no chain slap or anything. Actually, I might have heard it back here just a little. Just a little bit. But that was rough. And I'm not even sure if I had the clutch engaged. I don't think I do, actually. So that might be another reason. Because I just put in some protectors to protect the tubes in this bike, so I just took the back wheel off. Don't think I engaged the clutch again. Hey, this is where this bike is supposed to shine, and I think it does it pretty good. I mean, just with road bike geometry, but still retaining the upright position for the most part, so your line of sight's really good. You're not gonna have to worry about being bent over too much. I think it really, really shines in that department. And then having these Kenda tires, being able to still perform on this gravel type environment is just really awesome. This thing's pretty cheap as well. This thing's rattled my phone holder loose a little bit. All right, we got some downhill. Pick a good line here. One that's not gonna swing mud all over me. Pretty sure we have a really big hill we have to go up. I've only been down this road once, and that was in a vehicle. Oh God, yes. I see it. Not good. Not good. This thing's geared very well to really climb up steep stuff. Honestly, it's probably geared more towards that than flatter stuff. Oh. Oh, really big washboard. Oh my God, too early for this. It's still super early, that's why it's really nice and cool out right now. Sun hasn't really popped up too much. It's kind of behind a cloud too. So, very nice day to come out and ride a bike. Not worried about get the sun burnt. I don't even have to wear glasses right now. Okay. Oh my God, this is a steep hill. I do not remember this hill. Again, I was in a vehicle. Couldn't really care either. This is super steep. I can hear some of that sand in that rear derailleur. Probably not the best thing for a derailleur. Getting a lot of sand down in it, but that's something we're gonna wash off. This is climbing good. I still haven't like the second cog. Trying not to bob, but I have a bad habit of bobbing into the hills. I know it probably kills your speed and stuff, but I don't know. My mind tells my body to do it. So, it's whatever. I'm not a racer. I'm just having fun. And trying to get in shape. This bike is an excellent fitness bike. Please check out my video up here of the fitness bike aspect of this thing. This thing really hits the mark with what I would look for in a fitness bike. All right, we survived it. Oh no, we're going back to gravel. Don't worry, we have the Poseidon X. It can handle both pavement and gravel. Oh. Still a pretty good grade. This carbon fork's good and all, but it ain't that good. I need my freaking mountain bike to go across that. But guys, we are going to be doing a video, like a comparison video between riding a gravel bike and a mountain bike on gravel. See which one actually performs best. Because I mean, you see like right here with all these washboards, you know, my mountain bike would just be soaking those things up like nothing, which we wouldn't be losing much speed. But with this gravel bike, zero suspension, so I can't really go that fast. So that's some things to take into consideration. But, you know, let's be realistic. On the road, mountain bike can't keep up. Let's just face it. Especially if you have big tires like mine has. If you're running 2.6s, 2.8s, it's just no comparison to the gravel bike. And then right here, we would just leave a mountain bike in the dust. Ooh, this is nice, brand new pavement. Look at this, this is smooth. We are just getting it now. I'm barely even moving. I'm not even hardly pedaling that much. We even have our own little bike lane. I don't know if I've ever rode on a bike lane before. I think it's the first time. Because I mainly ride mountain bikes. And yeah, I've never been as privileged enough to ride on a designated bike route. Wow, pretty cool. And then it ran out almost. Oh, it just got skinny. But maybe you were wondering about the brakes, because we haven't really used them this whole time. I'll use them right now for you. They're still pretty noisy. All right. A little bit of creaking coming from the chain, but I think that's just because we put so much strain on it just now. All right, guys, we just got back from the ride. Had a blast on this Poseidon X. This thing performed very well with all these new upgrades. And I would say if I had to pick out one upgrade that was my favorite overall, would definitely be the crankset and the new chain ring. It just was smooth, had a lot of stability when I'm trying to do sprints or anything like that, or try to get off the bike with one foot still on the pedal and just kind of getting off on one side where it puts a lot of force on it. Somebody had mentioned that in the comment box on the last video I posted, and that is absolutely correct. It does put a ton of strain on those crank arms and that bottom bracket itself, and this has solved that issue. So definitely my favorite upgrade was that crankset, but the saddle was really good as well. I think it was a very nice upgrade. The brakes, I don't know, I didn't really use the brakes hardly at all, so that's kind of one of those upgrades I did just to say I did it, I guess, and to show you guys how you can easily do that upgrade as well. But we got back, it said I think I burned around 600 calories, 12 miles. I don't think that's realistic, honestly, but hey, that's what Under Armour's telling me that we burned. But hey, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if that's true or not, but we did about 12 miles, and that is the furthest I've been on this bike with the new upgrades. So definitely a big improvement if you're looking to make your bike a lot smoother, a lot just better overall with the quality aspect. I think doing these upgrades is a great option for you. All right, guys, if you like this kind of content, please help me out on the channel, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in those next videos. Thanks for watching.